Hello and good evening. You're watching Express News with me, Nancy Kohli. Let's take a look at the top stories of the day. Prime Minister Modi announces in the Lok Sabha a scheme is ready for the development of Ram Temple in Ayodhya. A trust has been formed called the Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirath Kshetra. Both the houses of parliament to undertake discussion on the motion of thanks on the president's address again. Prime Minister Modi said in the Lok Sabha that people of all the religions are a part of one family. He added that the government is moving forward with Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas policy. Uttar Pradesh government allotted 5 acres of land in the Ayodhya district to the Sunni Central Waqf Board as directed by the Supreme Court. The land is in Dhanipur village in Tehsil Sohawal in Ayodhya on the Lucknow highway. The state government spokesperson Shrikant Sharma told the media. Union Home Minister Amit Shah congratulated Prime Minister Modi for his commitment to the building of Lord Shri Ram Temple, a symbol of India's belief and unwavering faith. He also called this as a historic decision of the government. BJP MP Giriraj Singh said that the year 2020 is a historic year for all the Indians as construction of the Ram Mandir will finally happen. He also said that India is a secular state and therefore a fair allocation of 5 acres of land has been done for the Sunni Waqf Board. Ayodhya MP Lalu Singh said that the formation of a trust board is a historic moment for Ayodhya and Ram Bhakts all around the world are very happy today. Shiv Sena MP Arvind Sawant expressed happiness on formation of trust board for the construction of Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. He greeted Prime Minister Modi for facilitating the active formation of the trust. Responding to questions on whether the government required a clearance from the poll panel to announce the Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirath Kshetra Trust as the moral code was in place in Delhi, the Election Commission spokesperson said the nod was not required. Prime Minister Modi will be visiting Kokrajhar in Assam later this week to participate in the celebrations marking the historic border agreement signed on 27th of January in New Delhi. People from all over the borderland territorial area districts are expected to attend the celebrations. Inaugurating Def Expo 2020 in Lucknow, Prime Minister Modi said that Make in India will make India more secure and add more jobs in the defence sector. The Prime Minister called upon the companies to make in India and for the world. Addressing Def Expo 2020 gathering, Prime Minister Modi emphasized that the government is working earnestly to promote defence manufacturing in the private sector, including the decision to open up the DRDO patents free of cost to Indian private manufacturers. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh met the Maldivian Defence Minister and the UK Minister for Defence Procurement in Lucknow on the sidelines of the Defence Expo 2020. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar briefed the media on major cabinet decisions taken today. The minister said that the cabinet approved the Indian Institutes of Information Technology Laws Amendment Bill 2020. The cabinet approved dispensation to Alliance Air for enabling commencement of international flights between India and Sri Lanka and also appreciated the gesture by Air India taken to evacuate Indian citizens from Wuhan in China. The cabinet also gave its in-principle approval for setting up a new major port at Vadhavan near Dahanu in Maharashtra. Speaking on the India-US Industrial Security Agreement in the ongoing Parliament session, the Finance Minister said that the agreement is more relevant towards sharing of defence technologies. The minister added that this is a step towards making defence a major component of the Make in India initiative. The Finance Minister introduced the Vivad Se Vishwas Bill 2020 in the Lok Sabha, which seeks to provide for a resolution of disputed tax cases involving 9.32 lakh crore rupees. She also added that the scheme will not be an open-ended scheme and can be availed for a limited time. Responding to a query on the child pornography and social media abuse in Parliament, Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad said that the child pornography is a serious menace while revenge pornography is also rising in the country. He also assured the government is taking a lot of measures but requires support from all to curb it. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal informed the Lok Sabha during question hour today that India has significantly cut down the time taken for the examination of the patent applications to about 24 to 36 months from the 72 months earlier. BJP MPs from Jharkhand staged a protest in front of Gandhi statue inside the parliament premises over the killing of tribals in the state. The members protested against the Congress JMM government in the state. BJP leader Prakash Javadekar accused the Aam Aadmi Party for its role at Shaheen Bagh firing in Delhi. He said the entire incident is a part of the Aam Aadmi Party's vote bank politics. He further added that the party has a habit of blaming everything on the BJP, but the true colours of the Aam Aadmi Party is out for the public to see. Cabinet Secretary holds another high-level meeting to review actions and preparedness on the novel coronavirus. Fresh visa advisory issued for travellers from China. All the incoming travellers from China to be quarantined. A suspected case of coronavirus in Haryana has admitted to the isolation ward of Hisar's civil hospital. Hospital's nodal officer said that the suspect has been shifted to isolation ward and his samples have been sent for testing. Chief Electoral Officer informed that the total number of first-time voters in Delhi Assembly elections is 232,815. He also further added that the last date of registering for the pig draw facility for senior citizens has been extended till today. Delhi High Court rules out separate hanging of the Nirbhaya convicts, turns down centre's petition to allow separate hanging of the convicts. Centre and the Delhi government moved Supreme Court challenging the rejection of their plea by the Delhi High Court. Centre had challenged the trial court's order staying execution of 4 death row convicts in the Nirbhaya case. Nirbhaya's mother Asha Devi on Wednesday said she'll be happy only on the day when convicts in the 2012 gang rape and murder case are hanged. Shortly after, the Delhi High Court gave a week's time to the 4 for the exhaustion of all the legal remedies. CRPF Jawan GD Ramesh Ranjan was martyred and at least 3 terrorists were killed during a gun battle at Lalepura near Narwal Chowk of Srinagar. Arms, ammunition and grenades carried by the terrorists were seized by the security personnel. Gold prices dropped 396 rupees to 40,871 rupees per 10 grams in the national capital amid fall in demand for the precious metal. Silver prices also dropped 179 rupees to 46,881 rupees per kilogram from 47,060 rupees per kilogram. Sensex rallied 352 points to end at 41,142. NIFTY has risen 109 points to 12,089. The rupee closed on flat note, settled 1 paise higher at 71.24 against the US dollar. The crude oil futures on Wednesday fell by 12 rupees to 3,572 rupees per barrel after participants reduced positions despite oil gaining overseas. World Bank has called for global effort against the new coronavirus. In a statement, the World Bank said it is reviewing financial and technical resources that can be mobilized quickly to support affected countries. The World Bank said it is monitoring the wider economic and social impacts of the crisis. Italian fashion house Missoni showed their new line across America in Los Angeles, turning a parking lot of a hot dog restaurant into a makeshift runway. Models arrived on a double-decker bus for the moving presentation of Missoni's FW20 collection in the backyard of Pink's Hot Dogs. The annual Groundhog Day event at Gobbler's Knob in Pennsylvania has declaring whether winter will last 6 more weeks or if spring will come early based on whether or not he sees his own shadow after appearing from his winter den. In the Georgian capital, Tbilisi, locals and animal welfare organization are working to improve the lives of the city's street dogs. A campaign began in 2015, captures the dogs, sterilizes and vaccinates them and releases healthy, docile ones back onto the streets. 2 penguins were rescued from a house in northern Peru after authorities discovered a local family was keeping the animals as pets. Peruvian animal rescue personnel believe the penguins became separated from the group before they were trapped and taken home by a family in La Libertad, Peru. The Westminster Kennel Club unveiled the newest dog breed to compete in the upcoming dog show. The elegant Azawak was introduced on Tuesday in New York City and 6 of them will compete in the hound group during the 144th annual Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. With even more glamour than usual, this year's Nice Carnival is preparing to play host to legends of fashion including Karl Lagerfeld, Jean-Paul Gaultier and Sonia Rykiel. The theme for the annual event is King of Fashion, with Lagerfeld creative director of houses including Chanel and Fendi until his death in February last year taking pride of place. Britain's Prince William and his wife Kate high-fived young children and tasted ice cream in the Wales on Tuesday while on an official royal tour. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge visited the Mumbles near Surrey, where they met the crew of an RNII lifeboat. Brazilians in Sao Paulo were gearing up for Carnival season and its massive street parties on Tuesday. Business remains swift as Carnival season in Brazil will run from 21st to 26th of February. The World Health Organization will have a teleconference this week with travel and tourism industry representatives to work on the recommendations on protecting their crews so they can resume flights to China. In China, death toll mounts to 490 due to the coronavirus outbreak, with the number of confirmed cases having increased near to 24,000. Meanwhile, the authorities in Hubei province have confirmed 65 new cases. The first batch of coronavirus infected patients arrived at Hunshen Hospital that was built in 10 days in Wuhan, the epicenter of the outbreak. The second hospital is near completion. An official from the Health Ministry of China informed that around two-thirds of patients tested positive for coronavirus are males, and among the deceased, almost 80% of the victims were above 60 years. Japanese health minister disclosed that among all the patients quarantined in a cruise ship, almost 10 people have tested positive for coronavirus. A suspected case of deadly coronavirus has been detected in Pakistan's Sindh province in an engineering student who has been quarantined by the authorities following his return from China. El Salvador has quarantined its nationals returning from China amidst fears over the spread of the coronavirus. The nationals on plane to the Comalapa airport on Monday night were checked on the runway before being put into quarantine. In the US, Pete Buttigieg took the lead in the first batch of the long-delayed results from the chaotic Iowa Democratic Party caucuses, and former Vice President Joe Biden trailed badly in fourth place with about 62% of the precincts reporting. US President Donald Trump hails great American comeback. In a speech to the Congress, he says the state of our union is stronger than ever before. In his address, President Trump claimed of providing 35 lakh jobs within the first 3 years of his tenure. He also said that now these people have formed an active part of the workforce. Donald Trump hailed his government's efforts to curb economy and empowering the country's military. He claimed that the US economy is at its best presently and the unemployment rate is at its lowest. Today's last vote will decide the route of impeachment trial. The House will vote whether Trump will continue to serve as president or not. By deciding this would require majority, and Republicans have 53 seats against the 100. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has expressed frustration with ongoing conflicts and violations of Security Council resolutions, especially in Libya and Syria. He said this during his annual news conference meant to highlight issues of importance for the UN in 2020. In South Africa, a judge issued an arrest warrant for former President Jacob Zuma for failing to appear in court on a corruption case that he has sought to avoid for months, most recently by asserting that he is ill. Kenya's longest-serving president, Daniel Arap Moi, whose rule was marred by corruption and torture of opponents, died on Tuesday. He was 95. There was no immediate explanation for his death, but he had been in and out of hospital. Parents and students were overcome with grief as they gathered outside a mortuary where the bodies of 14 children killed in a stampede in western Kenya lay. At least 39 more pupils were badly hurt at the Kakamega Primary School as children rushed down a staircase at the end of the class. In Somalia, at least 20 people were left dead and 20 injured after an altercation broke out between two nomadic tribes. The fight erupted due to a land dispute in a region outside the city of Kismayo. Flash floods and incessant torrential rains in New Zealand's South Island have left several hundred tourists stranded for days and forced many residents to evacuate their houses. The civil defense officials have said it could be several days before the water level in the rivers returns to normal. A flight carrying New Zealanders, Australians and citizens of smaller Pacific countries who were evacuated from the Chinese city of Wuhan arrived in Auckland. Upon arrival, Australian passengers will be transferred to a flight of Australian-run Christmas Island. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro said that a U.S. ship had skirted along Venezuela's maritime border before it was chased away. Maduro also accused Colombia's president of financing and training a group of mercenaries to make terror attacks against Venezuela. North Macedonia's president on Tuesday said that he expects Spain, the final country needed to ratify its North Atlantic Treaty Organization accession, to be ready to do so in March. During a visit to Poland, he said that around March 10th, the process should finish. The president of Poland signed into law on Tuesday that gives politicians the power to fine and fire judges whose actions and decisions they consider harmful. The legislation bars judges from questioning judicial appointments made by the president. At least 9 people have been killed and 2 others wounded in a shooting at a video arcade in Mexico. The massacre happened in Michoacan on Monday. A team of researchers in California is hoping to speed up the amount of time it takes to diagnose the new coronavirus by harnessing the power of the revolutionary gene editing technology known as the CRISPR. The effort is underway at the University of California, San Francisco. Twitter will begin to label and in some cases remove doctored or manipulated photos, audio and videos that are designed to mislead people. The company said that the new rules prohibit sharing synthetic or manipulated material that is likely to cause harm. The shares of Tesla surged 20% to hit $940, extending a stunning rally that has more than doubled the company's market value since the start of the year as more investors bet on chief executive Elon Musk's vision. Meanwhile, Snapchat added more users to photo messaging app in the fourth quarter but missed Wall Street estimates for revenue on Tuesday, hurt by a shorter holiday season. Asia can play a leadership role in mega astronomy projects like the one that captured the first ever image of a black hole, according to Paul Ho, Director General of East Asian Observatory. Pluto's famous heart-shaped structure, Tombaugh Regio, containing frozen nitrogen, controls its wind circulation and may give rise to certain features on its surface, according to a NASA-led study. Sports Minister Kiren Rijiju assured that there will be no shortage of funds for the National Sports Federation despite the government slashing its allocation in an Olympic year. India entered the Under-19 Cricket World Cup final being played in South Africa. Indian juniors defeated Pakistan by 10 wickets to book a place in the third successive final of Under-19 World Cup to happen on the 9th of February. South Africa defeated world champion England by 7 wickets in the first ODI that was held in Cape Town. England scored 258 runs for 8 wickets in 50 overs. New Zealand defeated India by 4 wickets in the first ODI of the 3-match series in Hamilton this evening, chasing a mammoth target of 348 runs set by India. Hosts achieved it in 48.1 overs, losing 6 wickets. Liverpool's youngest ever team proved coach Jurgen Klopp was right to rest his stars as they reached the FA Cup 5th round with a 1-0 win against third-tier Shrewsbury. Former world champion Saiko Mirabai CHANU won the gold medal in the 49kg category of the National Weightlifting Championship, raising her own national record by lifting 203 kilograms. Novak Djokovic has the advantage of winning the men's singles title of Australia Open on the freshly released tennis rankings. After winning the title, Djokovic once again surpassed Rafael Nadal in the latest ATP rankings. The ranking of America's young player Sofia Kenin, who won the Australian Open women's singles title, has also improved. Kenin gained 7 places in the women's WTA rankings. With this, she reached the 7th position. India's #1 tennis player Prajnesh Guneshwaran defeated Germany's Yannick Maiden in straight sets in the first round of the men's singles of the 3rd Tata Open Maharashtra tennis tournament. Teen shooting star Manu Bakar shot her way to double gold, winning both the women's 25-meter pistol and junior 25-meter pistol T2 trials at the National Shooting Trials for rifle and pistol disciplines. She won the women's competition with a final round score of 32, getting the better of Abhidanya Ashok Patil of Maharashtra. After a goalless opening 2 quarters, Navneet finally broke the deadlock for India in the 45th minute. Striker Navneet Kaur scored a brace to guide the Indian women's hockey team to a convincing 3-0 win over New Zealand in the last game of its 5-match tour in Auckland. New Zealand cricket team skipper Kane Williamson has been ruled out of the first 2 one-day internationals against India cricket team as he continues to battle an inflamed AC joint in his left shoulder and has been replaced by Mark Chapman. The world's top sumo wrestlers and the powerful Japanese Sumo Association gave their support to the Tokyo 2020 Games and also announced a tournament to be held during the intervening period between the Olympics and the Paralympics. The Women's Rugby World Cup tournament have been revealed by the World Rugby and New Zealand Rugby. The finals, semi-finals and bronze medal match at the first Women's World Cup to be held in the Southern Hemisphere. Syrian refugee children faced off in first esports tournament to be held in Jordan's Zaatari refugee camp. The battle saw the participation of 200 who took part in the competition organized by Bibliothèque Sans Frontières and the UEFA Foundation for Children. Wrestler turned actor John Cena will be returning to the WWE ring for the professional wrestling event WRESTLEMANIA 36. The Wrestling Federation of India is willing to host the Asian Olympic qualifiers, which has now been moved out of the city of Xi'an due to coronavirus outbreak in China. JSW Steel has announced Rishabh Pant as the brand ambassador of them. Pant is a wicketkeeper batsman for the IPL franchise Delhi Capitals, co-owned by JSW. The young wicketkeeper batsman was signed for 3 years to promote JSW Steel products. Pop star Justin Bieber is opening up his life and his struggles in Justin Bieber Seasons, a new documentary series airing on YouTube. The star talks candidly about his struggles and his recent announcement that he suffers from the Lyme disease. US singer Katy Perry swore to serenade the plans of Britain's Prince Charles during a speech at a charity reception on Tuesday. Perry and the Prince of Wales both attended a reception for the British Asian Trust. Famous Hollywood singer Selena Gomez announced launch of a new makeup line this summer named after the just-released album Rare. The New York Fashion Week schedule gets decreased by Council of Fashion Designers of America, organizers hoping to showcase more live events. Bohemian Rhapsody star Lucy Boynton has been confirmed as the lead in the upcoming biopic of the 1960s popular singer, songwriter and actress Marianne Faithfull. 8-year-old Ugandan rapper Fresh Kid, who won a US award for his song BAMBI, crosses more than 200,000 views on the YouTube. Oscar-nominated documentary filmmakers gathered for a reception on Tuesday night in the Beverly Hills to celebrate the 10 films vying for the Academy Award in the documentary feature and documentary short subject categories. Bollywood actor Shah Rukh Khan joined the lead of fans going crazy over Shakila's performance at the Super Bowl, sharing her picture with caption, "My all-time favorite." John Abraham and Bhushan Kumar Deo are all set again with the next gangster drama that will be an official remake of the Tamil blockbuster film Vedalam. The movie will be directed by Rohit Dhawan. Television actor KAMYA Punjabi, who has found love again in Delhi-based healthcare professional Shalabh Dang, is all set to tie the knot next year. Bollywood director Rohit Shetty reveals about his wish to cast Akshay Kumar and Ranveer Singh together in the Hindi remake of The Bad Boys. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the news. Thanks for being with us.